welcome to my first YouTube video ever. Can you believe this? Like, you know how long I've been putting this off? Y'all, this is crazy. Okay, so this story time, y'all. Oh my lord. Okay, so basically it's just by the you already read the title. It's gonna be about my ex cheating on me and ended up turning me to a side chick. How does that happen? So it all started out, I was a freshman in high school, and basically I was, I was single, and I was like, oh, like, it's high school. Oh my God, I just moved to Florida, so I'm very new to everything. I'm new to the environment, whatever. I'm trying to get to know everybody. I don't know nobody out there. So he approached me. We're gonna call him Barry. So we're gonna call him Barry. Okay, Barry, he approached me, he wanted me, whatever, this and that, da da da. So he asked me out. He asked me to go to homecoming with him. So I was like, okay, like, and we started talking, and that's when he asked me to homecoming. So I don't know what, I'm telling you, trust your gut feeling, because he asked me to go to homecoming, and I don't know, as days went on, it kind of started to seem like it started, I don't know, he started acting weird. So while he was acting weird, I don't know why. I just feel like, because every time I would bring up homecoming, and like, oh, did you drop yet? Like, he wouldn't really try to answer the question. So I'm like, okay, well, whatever. That should be my number one red flag, right, y'all? So that's when homecoming night came up. I'm getting ready. He hadn't hit me up the whole day, y'all. The whole day. He didn't hit me up the whole day. And I'm like, okay, maybe he's just like busy or something. He's getting ready. My mom's like, I don't know. And that's like, I don't know. And I'm like, no, like, cause why would someone stand me up? I only thought that happened to adults. I mean, my 15-year-old mind. I thought that only happened to adults. So it was just like, I couldn't believe it. So homecoming night comes around. I'm like, hello, are you coming? Like, whatever. No answer. I saw he was active on Facebook. I'm like, okay. So he ended up standing me up. He stood me up. I go to homecoming, whatever. I was kind of sad still, because I'm like, okay, like, I got stood up. That's trash. I think it was like a couple days later, that's when he decided to hit me up and say, I'm sorry, I didn't have enough money to get this too. I didn't know how to tell you. And I'm like, no, like, no. He's like, you gotta prove yourself. So basically, he tried to prove himself, and my dumb self fell for it again. Now it's about November. Um, he actually now he actually has some family issues, and so me and my mom were always kind of there for him, um, and stuff like that. I don't want to get too into detail with that. But yeah, so he actually, I can't remember, but basically he was in like juvie before. So December came around, and he's talking about some um so a while ago, me and my family got in a car accident, and we got a settlement, and I get $500 of it, but I'm about to go back to jail, and I want you to have the money. I don't want my family to have it or whatever. And I'm like, are you sure? I'm like, 500? I'm like, you're kidding. So like, he actually took me to the mall, and he spent $500 on me, and like, he let me pick out anything. I'm like, whoa, like, this is crazy. Like, what? So I'm like, okay, well, like, you must care about me and this and that, da da da. And so, sure enough, we were just like, it was just, he ended up going to juvie, jail, whatever. And about for a week, I think, or a couple days or a week, I can't remember. But yeah, he ended up going back, and that was that. So he came out, right? And whatever, we hung out, whatever. Now, this is where it gets crazy, okay? It was Martin Luther King Day. I remember, it was Martin Luther King Day, and they were having a parade where I lived in Florida. I already mentioned that. Well, I lived in Florida. They were having a parade around our area, and he was saying that he wanted to go, And I'm like, oh, I kind of want you to come over today. I was like, but you know what, like, fine, you just go and eat. And he didn't like really fight me on it. He was like, okay, like, thank you or whatever. And so he went, and that day I was just in my room doing like homework. I think, yeah, I was in my room doing homework, and it just got later that night. I'd heard from him here and there, but not too much. And yeah, and then 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning hits. I'm like sleep. Yeah, I'm sleep, and I hear my phone going off. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what the hell? And I see him calling me. I'm like, hey, what's up? And he's like, Janessa, I need you. Like, is it okay if I'm right outside your apartment? Is it okay if I come in? I just need to tell you something before basically you hear from before you. Basically, I'm just not caught off guard by anything that's about to happen. I'm like, what? And I'm like, hold on. Like, I need to talk to my mom. So I go talk to my mom, and my mom was like, she's like, wait, like, what is going on? I'm like, I don't know. He's not telling me either. Mom was like, fine, but like, just find out in the morning, because mom wasn't really, obviously she's not gonna let him sleep over like that. So I'm like, okay, you come in. I hear him coming up the stairs, because we live in apartments. I hear him coming up, running up the stairs, and he's like, bam, boom, 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 like fast. I'm like, what the heck is wrong with this boy? Yeah, so I go open the door, and I'm like, hey, like, what's going on? And he like runs to my room. He like goes to my room. I'm sorry, it's not funny. But he goes to my room, and he goes into the bathroom. I'm like, okay, whatever. So he goes into my bathroom, and I'm like, what's going on? And he has all the lights off. I'm like, what's going on? And he's leaned up against the sink like, yo, like, I did something really bad. I don't know how to take. I'm like, what did you do? Can you guess, y'all, what he did? Can y'all guess what he did? And he brought me into the situation. He comes out and says, I was just on a high speed chase with the police. Why are you here? Why are you here then? Oh my god. I'm like, no, you're like, and then he said something about like his, I don't know, something about someone called that he stole their car or something, and that the police got him, but that he just was darting like they went on like it was a whole official high speed chase supposedly. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, what are you talking about? Whatever. Then all of a sudden I see flashlights. I see flashlights going around our window, my bathroom window, and the window out in my bedroom. I'm like, oh my god. I'm just telling him to get down. And like we get down on the ground, like we about to army crawl or something. Like, girl, bye. I'm ugly. I'm ugly. So that's what I'm like. I'm like, just staying here, and all of a sudden I hear boom, 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 boom. Like I hear them below me, knocking on all these doors, like knocking on the doors, like of the apartment, seeing whatever. Basically, they found the car keys that he took the car keys from the car that he took. They found it literally like not far from my apartment building at all. So someone in his family basically had informed the police that I lived down that way because they said that they lost him. They said that they lost him, and then so they didn't know where he was. But they're like, wait, his girlfriend lives in this apartment complex, and it's around that way. I'm like, wow. So basically, sure enough, that's how they found him. And what really gave it away was that they found car keys thrown by the lake. And sure enough, I hear them right across from my door, banging on the door. I'm like, oh my god. I'm literally about to myself. I'm like, holy crap, oh my god, oh my god. I'm like freaking out. I'm like crying, but I'm not crying. I'm like, like I don't know what to do. And then sure enough, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, oh my god, I can't, like, we can't just not, like, come on, they're probably gonna break down the door or something. I don't know. Well, he ends up telling my mom the story, and my mom's like, okay. And the cops end up knocking on the door. My mom ends up opening the door, and they were like, "Is Barry Williams here?" And my mom was like, "What?" And then basically like they pushed the door open, just like came in by themselves. My mom did not allow them in. They came in by themselves, and then they start banging on my bedroom door. So I opened the door, pretend I was I was pretending I was sleeping, right? I was pretending I was sleeping. And I opened the door, I'm like, hello. He pushes the door and is like, Barry here, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And he has the like flashlight, like y'all, I got traumatized from that day, because whenever there's a flashlight in my face, I get traumatized. Okay, PTSD type stuff. I'm like, oh no. It was flashlight in my face. No. So I'm like, what the hell? And he burst, like pushes the door open, and then I look back, see Barry in the bathroom, and he literally tried closing the door. Y'all, it was like I was watching a movie. Like, they were like kicked down the bathroom door, basically. Like, they didn't break it or nothing, but they damn near did. They kick open the door, bathroom door, and they're wrestling with him. All these police, like what the what did I get myself into? What did he get me into? First of all, what did he get me into? I'm mad. So that's when they're walking him out, and then the police officer comes up to me and like rude as hell, saying, you know, I could arrest you for hiding a fugitive, da da da. And you know, my little bad butt, so I was like, okay. And I try to keep up this tough girl, like okay. And then he just like looked at me and was like, and then this other nicer police officer came over to me and was like, so what happened? I was like, I don't know, he just came to my door, that's all I know, I don't know nothing. And they're like, okay. While they're taking him down the stairs, I hear him screaming my name. Like, I don't, like, he was like, Janessa, Janessa. I'm like, what is going on? And like, literally the officer like, don't go out there. I'm like, what? Like, and he literally was like, don't go out there. I'm like, why can't I go out there? And they just didn't let me like go look or whatever. But that, I guess, and he told me like afterwards that they had basically beat him up, or supposedly, I don't know, they were wrestling with him on the ground outside or something, I don't know. But yeah, then he got arrested. I remember that night. I was like crying my eyes out, and I was just like, oh my god, whatever, this and that. I'm like, I never saw myself like being in this type of predicament. Like, what? February comes around, and I started noticing like it was just at the time it wasn't working out for me, because I noticed that I missed one of his calls, and he was just like so mad about that. I'm like, why are you so mad about that? And I'm like, I got schoolwork to do. I still got my own life. I'm not about to just like be a bum. Like, no, that's not me at all. So he calls me, and I'm like, guess what? And he's like, what? And I was like, I got my driver's permit. And he's just like, oh, okay.
Excuse me, bitch?
Oh, okay. That's all you have to say. Oh, okay. No, I don't like that. If I'm happy, you need to be happy for me, and you need to be supporting me in whatever I just did, and be like, oh my god, yes, like you need to have that type of energy, not just, oh, okay. Wait, don't be mad because you don't got a driver's permit. So I was just mad about that. So I'm like, no. So I told him, I was like, I don't know how this is gonna work out. So basically, I took a break from him. This is when truth starts coming out. Okay, I need to tell y'all that part of the story so y'all can see. Y'all can see what this man put me through. Okay. So March comes around. He got out of jail without telling me. He didn't tell me that he was out, that he was getting out. He just did not say nothing. You know how I found out, y'all? You want to know how I found out? I found out through people at school. Because then you know what happened? They came up to me like, hey, did you know Barry's out? Yeah, I just saw him. I'm like, what? Barry's out. Yeah, I just saw him. I'm like, so now he's doing that. So now he's being weird. I go up to him and I'm like, hello, you gonna act like, why aren't you telling me that you got out? Why didn't you tell me that you got out? Oh, what are you talking about? Couldn't even give me a reason as to why he didn't tell me why he got out or that he got out. So I'm like, okay, like you're just being on some weird shit right now. Time goes on, we're talking, and then not even for long, he skipped one class and then got kicked out. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, I just got you back, and now, like, you got kicked out again. Like, are you serious? So basically, he got transferred to the other school, only like 15 minutes away. And I was like, well, like, that's just crazy. So as time goes on, it's still March. One day, one day, I'm on my phone. All of a sudden, I get a message, and it's from him. But there's another girl in the group chat. It was a group chat. This man tried to send me and this other girl a meme on Instagram, not knowing or realizing that it creates a group chat. Now, I don't know if it still does that on Instagram, like today, but back then that's what happened. If you try to send one thing to more than one person, it will turn into a group chat. So I'm like, who is this girl? I'm confused as to why she is in, like, why is she in, who is she? So she sends question marks and I send question marks in the group chat. We're like, what? And we see that he's seen it. So I text him. I'm like, who is this girl? And why are you trying to send me and her a meme? Why are you trying to send both of us something? And he goes, oh, it was by accident. This girl hits me up. Literally, she texts me moments later saying, hey, I don't like. She came off really respectful, so I wasn't like rude or nasty or nothing. She was just asking if we still dated. Me and Barry still dated. And I'm like, yeah, like, why else would it be on my Instagram page? And she's like, oh, okay. She's like, I just want to let you know, like, again, I don't mean no disrespect, but like, we've been talking, like, we've been heavy talking for the last 3 weeks or so. I'm like, what? 3 weeks? We were still together 3 weeks ago. So either when we were what are you talking about? So that's when she's like, yeah, and like we've been talking for a while, and I was like, I remember always questioning him about you because it seemed like, because I would see your post and he would deny it or whatever. I'm like, saying that you're just stuck on him. I'm like, what? And she's like, okay. So yeah, saying that I was just stuck on him. So that's when I asked her, I'm like, okay, like, I was like, I really do appreciate you coming forward to me about this. I was like, but is it okay if I see proof? I was like, because, I can't just go off your word. She's like, oh, no, yeah, of course. This girl sends me screenshot after screenshot after screenshot. I'm like, oh, this dog. So, what happened? So, I call, I'm like, you effing da 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 da. I'm coming at him and all this stuff. And I'm just like cussing him out, and he's denying it, saying like, oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't even like that, this and that. I'm like, it wasn't even like that. How was it not even like that? So basically, like, I'm crying, he's on the phone with me, and then he's crying. He literally ends up calling her and puts us on three-way. I feel like, yeah, because yeah. So he ends up calling us both, puts her on three-way, and basically is telling her, look, I want to be Janessa, so it is what it is, this and that, that. And she's like, okay, but it doesn't disregard the fact that you still, like, were playing me too. And he's like, okay, well, I want to be with her, so, and I've been with her, so. And I'm like, first of all, I'm like, that's crazy. And two, like, I felt bad in a way, because it's like, she didn't know in a way. Like, she didn't know either. So it's like, and here I was thinking everything was okay. And meanwhile, this man's been playing both of us. So, like, he has the room to freaking cheat. I take him back, but I said, basically, you have to prove to yourself that, that you're worthy of me trusting you again. Y'all, for the most part, if someone cheats, just leave. Because it's pretty much dead. Unless y'all married, then that, I feel like that's when y'all should work it out. But for the most part, leave. So that's when I remember one day, the day I broke up with him, I said, why are you taking forever to text back? And it says you're active. So obviously when someone cheats on you, you have trust issues. So and then he had the nerve to get smart and say, well, I'm not trying to have you down my back all the time. Like, why are you on my back? I said, I was like, first of all, sir, you're the one that messed up, so you deserve to prove yourself to me. You have to prove yourself to me if you want this. If not, then you can go right ahead. So then I was single at that point. April comes around. It was all cool. But so I remember one day I was hanging out with my friend, and he's telling me he's like, yeah, I actually been hearing Barry's been talking to this girl. I'm like, what? And saying like, yeah, Barry's been talking to this girl. But like she's a hoe and she's crazy. She's just not it. Time goes on. Now it's May, and I remember he came to see me a couple times, whatever, this and that, and like we were pretty much not together, but working on getting back together. I was under the impression or had the understanding that we were working on getting back together. So this one girl befriends me. We're gonna call her Jessica. This one girl befriends me on from Instagram, and she's telling me, and she's like, yeah, girl, Barry B. He's like, yeah, is very much dating the girl. And you know how I know? Is because I'm friends with her. She was friends with her. That's how she knew. And that's how I got the truth. And she would say that this girl would go over her house and be like, basically stalk my page, like, oh, so this is his ex and this and that, da da da. Stalk my page and everything. Then she's telling me that supposedly, that supposedly that they went on another car chase or something with the police, and that he got shot at by her grandfather because her grandfather didn't like him. And I'm like, first of all, if that's the truth, then I just know, like, come on, me, come on. No, and not no cocky stuff. I mean, like, me as in, like, I have a good head on my shoulders. I'm smart. I'm in school. I'm doing what I need to do. And you're going to choose that type of situation. But I'm like, you know what, then again, but he seems to like that type of stuff. So, you know what, go right ahead. But, like, I'm asking him and he's still denying it. No, this and that, this and that. We're still talking. This goes all the way into July. Goes all the way into July. Then that's when he started acting really, really weird. So, and that's when I started picking up on the fact that, like, okay, yeah, he is talking to this girl because she keeps coming up, and this, like, it just doesn't make no sense. Well, he's just acting weird. Like, he's barely texting me. He's like this and that, but he's still trying to talk to me because the stuff he would say, it was like, you don't say this to friends. You don't say this to someone you're not interested in. You don't send things to someone that's not your girlfriend or that you're not talking to. If y'all know what I mean. I remember crying that day, and I was praying. I remember I prayed. I was praying. I was like, God, please just, like, give me something to just finally let go. I'm tired of feeling like this. I'm tired of just feeling like I just don't want to feel like this anymore. I want to be done with him, like, once and for all. I want to be done with him. This right here, y'all, literally, I always believed in God, but this moment right here literally made me believe in him even more. Not even, y'all, like 5-10 minutes later, this man ends up calling me on the phone. He calls me on the phone, and he's telling me, hold on. I'm like, hold on. Then I hear a girl voice, hello? I'm like, what are you doing, Barry? Like, what are you doing? I just want to let you know the girl I was messing with, she is my girlfriend. She has been my girlfriend. I'm like,
oh shit, here we go again.
But this girl, afterwards, she kept claiming that they were official since March. We were still together in March. We broke up at the very end of March, and she was saying that they got together in, like, I don't know, whatever. I'm like, so, like, what is it? Y'all, this whole time, I've been played from the point we were in a relationship to the point he made me a side chick. Like, I was just played. So I'm like, does she know about all those messages you sent me, those pictures you sent me? Yeah, she was right there when I sent it. She was right next to me when I would call you and text you and all that stuff. I'm like, she was. He was saying that this girl literally was like. So while he was sending me all these flirty messages, calling me, talking to me on the phone, she'd be sitting right there, basically sitting right next to him, like, is what I'm getting. That's basically what he said. I'm like, what? I'm like, first of all, that's just a whole, now that is a twisted situation, and you know what? Have each other, please. I'm like, have each other, please, at this point, because now I really don't care. But I was like, thank you, God. I remember hanging up the phone. I was like, thank you, God, for answering my prayers. Thank you for showing me and giving me this, so now I can really move the heck on. Oh my God, y'all don't understand. That was by far the craziest, like, I don't know, like, what female allow? I don't know. I don't know. It went from him standing me up for homecoming, him spending $500 on me going to jail before he went to jail. Then it went to, he went on a high speed chase, went to jail once again. I was waiting for him, but that's when he started acting, getting a little attitude, and I don't like the attitude stuff. Don't get an attitude with me. And then it went to him coming out of jail without telling me anything, not letting me know. Then come to find out he was cheating on me. He was cheating on me. And I found that out from a freaking meme. It all started with the meme. Then it went to hearing about this girl. Okay, hearing about this other girl. And then it just went downhill from there. Okay? And then once I heard about the other girl, it just went downhill. Like, what made me go through that? What made me go through that? But you know what? It was. But I feel like, you know what? I feel like God puts me through all these situations so He knows, cause He knows. I can share my story, so I can share these stories with y'all. Obviously. Okay. So yeah. So that's my story for today. And yeah. So just like, comment, subscribe, please. I promise y'all. I promise y'all. Promise y'all. Promise y'all. Being that this whole everyone has to stay inside type thing is going on, I'm going to be working my butt off to give y'all good quality content. This is just the beginning, so I'm sorry if everything just seems a little off. It just seems a little like, oh, like, you know. You know. So I'm sorry, it just seems just not all put together, not as good quality, but I'm learning, and I'm trying to learn this YouTube stuff and trying to get to that point. So yes. Okay, so I will see you guys soon. Please, again, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. Most of you are probably gonna come from Instagram. And yeah, just follow me on my journey, through my YouTube journey. And we will have lots of fun. I promise you, we will have lots of fun. Lots of fun. Okay, I planned stuff. I got stuff planned. We will have fun. We will have